Holy cow, can you believe that? There has just been a terrorist attack in London. We were just talking this morning about the attacks in Brussels a year ago, explaining it to Leo what was happening, and now we're having to explain to him what's happening in London, our own country. It's just crazy. We were out shopping and I had an alert on my phone from one of my colleagues and I had a look on Twitter, and it's just crazy. They're not quite sure everything that's happened yet, but looking at the pictures on the news, it looks quite bad. We're starting today's video on a slightly somber note. A year ago today, there was a big terrorist attack here across different areas of Brussels, the city. And when it happened, we were actually in America for CVX Live. We remember watching it on the news thinking, that is so crazy and quite far away from where we live. But now we actually live here, and today there's lots of remembrance services, so we thought we'd go and join them. So we thought we'd head to our local metro stop, which is just one down from where one of the attacks happened here in Brussels, and it was kind of impossible to get anywhere close by, and I guess there was a lot of police presence, and I guess they didn't want people congregating near the commemoration sites, but it was really kind of emotional actually. Like, there's a lot of police here. Everyone was like tooting their horns at 9/11 when one of the attacks happened. It was kind of emotional.
Yeah, and it's strange because in Brussels there's always quite a high police presence, but today it was particularly high, and normally that's not a big deal because it's like an event going on, but it was really strange and quite somber and quite an uneasy feeling knowing that there were so many police here because of what had happened, because of the terrorist attack. It's kind of sad because I wanted to be somewhere where you could have that feeling of like solidarity, to be around other people that live in the area that have like been through the experience of living here, but there wasn't really anywhere. But it was nice because at 9/11 there was the people beeping, and that was, I don't know, I felt it was nice hearing that there were people caring, because a lot of people around us just carried on walking by. Nobody actually stopped to mark it, which was a bit strange. We were one of the only people who stood still. So it was nice to hear that other people did care.
I think one of the craziest things is this is our local park, and this is where they're commemorating one of the attacks, and we literally live just over there, and it's made us realize how close to home all of these things have kind of happened. So it's just a really strange feeling.
Yeah.
We thought we'd just take a moment just to sit down and kind of take stock of our feelings and kind of what's going on. And Leo asked us what all the tooting was and why there were lots of police. We thought we'd explain to Leo what's happening today. And so there's lots of police, aren't there?
Yeah.
Why do you think there's lots of police?
Because they blocked it.
Yeah, so they've blocked off the metro station because a year ago today there were some attacks here in Brussels.
Yeah.
And so there were some, I guess, people that had different ideas to us, people that thought they had better ideas, and they thought that they would try and, I guess, impose those ideas on. How do you explain to a child about a terrorist attack? And this is something we've been thinking about, because obviously these kind of things are happening more and more, and especially here in Brussels where this is going to be commemorated every year, we're not really sure.
Yeah, I guess part of it is there are going to be people that believe different things and sometimes think that being violent is the way to make your ideas known, but the better thing to do is, if you think something different to someone else, you talk to each other. That being violent is never a good thing, is it? That talking and loving people is always the better way to go about things.
Are you scared, Leo? No, you don't need to be scared. There are lots of people that are protecting us, and I guess we just try and do things that we think are best, and we love people and we help people, and then I guess it doesn't really matter, like whatever happens, happens. So how do you feel, Leo?
Good.
You feel good?
Better than I'm feeling. I feel really emotional talking about this with our 3-year-old. Like, the world is a crazy and sad place, and it's sad that this is something that we have to talk to our 3-year-old about, because it's something that is going to come up whilst living particularly here in Belgium, but in the world in general. Things are happening all over the world, and it's not something that you can really just ignore. That is something that we maybe it's good to talk about. It's good for people to be, for children to be aware that there are things that go on, but that we can still live our lives the best we can and try and make our right choices and maybe examples to other people. And that love is always the better option, to love people.
Maybe this is slightly a naive way of thinking, but I kind of feel like, and maybe this is totally unrelated, but I kind of feel like it's situations like this that make you really aware of how important it is to be a good parent, to show your children the right way to live or how to make good choices. And I kind of feel like this is why we spend so much time with Leo and Noah, trying to help them be kind to each other, to love each other, to be kind to people even if they're totally different to us, so that I guess we're raising the next generation. So I just feel like it's really important, Leo, that we're good parents to you.
Uh-huh.
Do you think Mummy and Daddy are good parents?
Uh-huh.
Do you think we could be better?
Uh-huh.
Oh. Oh.
We're home from the commemorations, and on the way home I actually had a doctor's appointment for my shoulder. That during the day it's fine, but during the night it's so painful. It doesn't matter how I lay, it's so painful, which is the strangest thing. It happened about 9 months ago, and I was going to go to the doctor's, and then once I decided I was going to go, it actually started to get better. But this time it's not getting better, so I went, and the doctor was so good. I got a referral to the physiotherapist, and I got a referral to do a ultrasound on my shoulder to see what the tendons and different things are doing in there. And it's just so good. It literally took like 10 minutes. And I have just all this stuff sorted now to be able to get my shoulder looked at properly and to stop it from hurting, because I already feel like I don't get enough sleep anyway, let alone to be kept up by my shoulder rather than a child. Not to name any names at all, Noah. And the funniest thing happened while I was at the doctor's. So I went to the same doctor that did Leo and Noah's vaccinations, and he said that he's been watching our YouTube videos, which I just thought was so funny and also slightly embarrassing. I was like, oh no, I hope we said the right things and stuff, but he was fine. I just thought it was hilarious that our doctor watched our YouTube videos. Like, it was the Wilky ways, right? I was like, yep, that's us. That is a very interesting dance you've got going on there, Leo. What style of dancing is that? Oh, Noah's dancing too now. What style is that? Does it have a name? Oh, are you okay? I thought you had put it the floor. You're crazy. That was fabulous, Leo. I loved it. It was amazing.
What are you doing, you monkey? Is that for Daddy?
Yeah.
Thank you, that's so kind. This piece of paper is extremely exciting. This piece of paper contains tickets for Joe and I to go to the cinema this evening. For the first time since we've had children, we have booked a babysitter, and we're gonna go out for a day outside of the house by ourselves with no children. We are so excited. So we're gonna go see Beauty and the Beast, which we're really excited about. The boys and I actually watched the original Disney one on Netflix the other day, and I am so excited to go see it. The babysitters we have, the boys absolutely love, and it's been so hard to find some babysitters here in Brussels because we don't have any family members living with us. So hopefully the boys will go to bed, we'll be able to go to the cinema, and there'll be no problems. But we're gonna leave a list of instructions and some snacks for our babysitters. And so fingers crossed we'll be able to enjoy the first date in like 4 years.
My tummy feels good.
Why does your tummy feel good?
Because I'm eating these ice lollies.
Are they super good? They look so tasty. I've also got a bowl of ice cream. We're outside, the weather is amazing. And we have a slight parent confession. These ice lollies, we made them last summer, but they've been in the freezer for months, but we gave them a little lick. We had a quick look at them, they looked fine, so we thought, they can eat them. Are they good? Are you so excited for summer to come?
Yeah, it might be much warmer because we're going to the swimming pool.
That would be fun. We can get our paddling pool out again, couldn't we? That'd be so fun. Look at this on the news. Holy cow, can you believe that? There has just been a terrorist attack in London. We were just talking this morning about the attacks in Brussels a year ago, explaining it to Leo what was happening, and now we're having to explain to him what's happening in London, our own country. It's just crazy. We were out shopping and I had an alert on my phone from one of my colleagues, and I had a look on Twitter, and it's just crazy. They're not quite sure everything that's happened yet, but looking at the pictures on the news, it looks quite bad.
We spent literally the whole afternoon watching the news, seeing the updates as to what's happening in London, and it is so sad to see what's happening, that multiple people have died already, that there are still so many more people injured, and we don't know whether there's going to be more updates of more people having died over the next few hours and days maybe. And it's just so sad. It's so sad, especially in light of the fact that we spent the morning commemorating the year since the Brussels attack, and that we even talked with Leo just this morning. about attacks, and it's so sad that these awful things happen all around the world, and we're gonna keep watching the news, seeing what's happening, and hopefully more details will come out so we can know a bit more about what's going on. And we're certainly thinking about all those that have loved ones in London, that people that have had loved ones that are involved, that we are really thinking about them. It's such a sad situation that we're in this world right now, and our heart really goes out to everyone that has ever been involved or even near an attack like this. It's just so sad. But we're gonna put the boys to bed and say good night, aren't we?
And good night. Good night.
Can we say we love you all?
We love you all.
And stay safe.
And stay safe.
Yeah, good night.
Good night.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.